How's it going, folks? It's episode 17 of the Smell Me Helmet podcast. My name is Danny, and I'm here with my partner in crime once again, Darren. Say, how are you, Darren?
How's it going?
How's your manager, Darren, working on all? So what do we have to talk about this week? Just give me a quick look at my podcast notes. What was the story with that video he sent me last night? Old Sleepy Joe hitting the deck, falling up the stairs.
Yeah, and then kissing the steps slowly. That was funny though. Look, come here.
Poor fucker.
I know it was funny and stuff, but
Poor fucker, like.
I think El Kamala Harris needs to step in a bit more. And this is here. Come here. He's only a scapegoat for her. She's an evil piece of work. So
yeah,
that's all that was about. Oh yeah, we'll be our vice president. So when you kick the bucket there, I'll step in.
Yeah,
that's all.
Sniffing kids and all.
Sniffing at her. Dirty Sleepy Joe.
If you smell what the Biden is cooking.
It was funny though, I couldn't stop laughing last night.
Poor fucker, like.
I actually found it hilarious. Like, I was actually doubled over.
No, but I was looking at it because I can envision if that was me in that position, I'd be like, oh, you stupid cunt.
Oh, the camera is on. No.
Yeah, pressure and all, cold sweats, horrible. I do.
And then you try not to fall. Just fall, because if you try not to fall, it just makes it worse.
It's like Bambi.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The legs.
He's like, I actually shouldn't be falling here, but I'm falling, and there's nothing I can do.
No.
Oh, there's a step.
It's like, no, like it's just it's a bit sad now, bless him.
It's not a bit sad. He's worth a fucking fortune.
No, but you know what I mean. Just the way he's being put out there like that, and
that medication he's getting for his dementia. Why can't he give everyone that? Here, he definitely has something. Parkinson's, or there's something not right with
some sort of motor kind of something that affects his motor skills. You know, basic walk and talk, and no, just like basic walk and talk, and you know, having a conversation.
Press conference or
well, he probably can't.
Yeah, but I see
for that reason.
CNN released a statement saying since Trump has left power, the views have went down.
The views have went down.
Yeah. So, what? Look, if Biden dies, right? If he kicks the bucket, what happens?
The vice president.
Does she have to get that, or can there be another election?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what the vice president steps in.
That's what the vice president is for. But I'm wondering, could he just do another election instead of having her in charge?
Well, I don't think that's how. Well, I'm sure there's people out there that can correct me on it, because you know, obviously, you know, us not being from America, you know. But I mean, I'm sure we could have a quick look on Google just to see what the story is.
Kim Jong, North Korea. Did you see his sister? What she said?
No. Did you send me something about that?
She said that the US will have something's going. I don't know the whole ins and outs. I just briefly seen it. Something's going on with Japan and the US. They're doing some sort of agreement. Basically,
right.
What's one? I can't remember her name.
Do you know what? I'm actually gonna go back over the message because it's a link to an article, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's probably
Kim Jong's sister. Anyway, I can't remember her name.
Okay.
She said that the US basically I'm not quoting her. This is what she said basically in my own words. That
you're paraphrasing. Yeah. That's the
basically that the US will have many sleepless nights if they're not careful.
I found it. It's actually from Sky News, by the way. North Korea warns US military to scrap military exercises with South if it wants a good night's sleep.
I thought it was Japan. Sorry, South.
No. I mean, it's
not far.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean. No, it's a minor detail, but the threat is still the same in terms of the threat against America.
That's scary, especially when you have someone like Joe Biden in charge. No disrespect to Sleepy, but like, will he be able to stand up to them?
I mean, obviously he has the War Council and stuff like behind him, but Kamala is pretty much going to be there to advise. You know, but obviously he's the one that signs off on stuff and makes the final decision type of thing. You know.
I wonder what the story is there though. I wonder why aren't they doing another way they usually do a show thing, North Korea, if something like that goes on. They haven't done a show.
Oh,
a nuclear show. They haven't done that.
Oh, like
that's what I'm wondering. Why isn't he doing that?
Like a show of strength type
of thing. Is he even still alive?
I mean, remember the last time? We spoke about kind of the whole kind of North Korea situation, especially about his sister and all. It was mostly about his sister, remember?
And she was missing.
And but remember he was missing for a while, and people thought he was actually after dying.
He had heart surgery or something. Was it heart surgery?
I'm nearly sure it was. So I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure I probably said something different in a past episode. I just can't remember off the top of my head right now.
No, it was something.
Yeah.
Something to do with that. But isn't it strange how she's making a statement like that? Why is she making a statement and he's not? He's usually the one to make these
Well,
statements.
yeah, of course, because he's the supreme leader, as they're called. I wouldn't mind. I got a couple of recommendations from that YouTube channel I follow. Remember the North Korean defector?
Yeah.
Now I just want to. I'm going to correct myself here. For ages, I've actually been pronouncing that first name wrong.
Who?
Yeah, well, I was pronounced as Yomnoi Park. It's Yon Mai Park. The M and the N's.
Oh.
But it's an easy mistake, though. To be fair to me, like in
Well,
my
everyone knew
defense.
what you meant anyway.
Ah, yeah, 100%. I presumed they did anyway.
Yeah. But she's a dangerous piece of work.
The sister.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah,
She's Hitler's daughter.
Hitler's daughter.
Yeah.
Hitler reborn.
Reincarnating her. That's
Hitler
what she is.
reborn. No.
She's a goon.
But
It's scary because the whole like they drop a nuke on the US and we're all doomed.
America is doomed.
We're all doomed.
But if they drop one on England, if England get involved, because obviously England and America, they're in bed together now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Listen. If they do it to the US, we're doomed.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna retaliate and it's gonna cause a World War III.
Yeah. But anyway, come here. Listen, I'll read a bit of this. Kim Yo-jong says war rehearsals cannot coexist with dialogue. Hostility cannot coexist with cooperation. Kim Jong-un's sister has warned the US to scrap future military exercises with South Korea if it wants a good night's sleep for the next 4 years.
Oh, what did I say? A couple of years?
I would have said no, 4 years. But I mean, that's interesting. Why say the next 4 years?
Because Biden's in charge. They're taking advantage.
This is one for the next 4 years.
So what does that mean?
Yeah. I
So
mean, that's very specific.
my own little worry and gut feeling there was right because I
Yeah.
was thinking, I don't like that.
No, but I find that statement very interesting now. Like if it wants a good night's sleep for the next 4 years, that's a presidential term.
Yeah.
Biden's presidential term being prime example of this since Trump, because obviously Trump went over to North Korea and he shook hands with Kim Jong Un and all that type of thing, But
They don't like Biden because Biden's going to sanction the living daylights.
the living daylights out of him. See,
That's all they can do. They can't do anything else.
no.
But like, I still believe human activists. There should be some sort of the way they're treated over there, the way the citizens are
Oh
treated.
yeah, that goes without saying.
They can't even buy sanitary towels. They have to use
No.
T-shirts or old clothes.
Brags.
They can't buy condoms. They have to reuse their condoms, hang them out on the line and all.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
What do you do with the tea bags in Ireland?
Wash them out.
Get that in, you'll be alright. Like it's
2 day old hay bag.
Jeez, you could try a donkey there.
You can trot a donkey to Bethlehem on that one.
But I think she's crazy, and it's
100%.
worrying that the fact that that she could be in charge of that country if she poisoned him.
Yeah.
Do you know that could easily happen?
That's some weird Game of Thrones shit though, right there. More than the brother like to
No,
get
but-
power. You know what I mean?
But that's
Game of Thrones shit.
That's what he done.
Yeah.
The North Korean leader done it.
Yeah.
He murdered. I don't know if it was brother or a brother-in-law. He poisoned him,
Because I don't know, something happened. Yeah. I remember reading something about that before. Actually.
and then his dad said to him on his deathbed something about I want you to destroy America or something.
I don't
This
know.
is
didn't
this is the
This is the hearsay.
yeah.
type
Look,
of
it's
thing.
not gospel, obviously,
Yeah.
but it'd make you worry, wouldn't it?
Very fucking worried. But come here, Liz, I'll read a bit more about this. Kim Yo-jong issued a statement on Tuesday making North Korea's first comment towards Biden's administration. It comes as US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin arrived in Asia to talk to allies Japan and South Korea about North Korea and other regional issues. Pyongyang would consider abandoning a 2018 bilateral agreement on reducing military tensions and abolish a decades-old ruling party unit tasked to handle inter-Korean relations if it no longer had to cooperate with Seoul, said Kim Yo-jong, who handles inter-Korean affairs for the North. She said it would also consider scrapping an office that handled South Korean tours to the North Scenic Diamond Mountain, which Seoul suspended in 2018. In 2008, after a North Korean guard fatally shot a South Korean tourist. We will keep an eye on South Korea's attitude and behaviour, and if they become more provocative, we could take exceptional measures, she said in her statement published in Pyongyang's official Rodong Sinmun newspaper. I would also like to take this opportunity to issue a word of advice to the new US administration, which is so eager to give off a smell of gunpowder in our land from across the ocean, she said.
Dude, that's a threat, like that's
Yeah,
a big
yeah,
threat.
yeah. That's yeah.
It is a big threat.
Now, there's a bit more about this. It's very interesting. It gets you. If they want to have a good night's sleep for the next 4 years, it would be good for them not to do things that would prevent them from sleeping properly from the start. The South Korean and US militaries began annual military exercises last week that will continue until Thursday. The drills are command post exercises and computerized simulation that do not involve field training. But Ms. Kim said even the smaller drills are an act of hostility towards the North. In the past, Pyongyang has often responded to US-South Korea drills with missile tests. War rehearsals cannot coexist with dialogue. Hostility cannot coexist with cooperation, she said. Bu Seung-chan, a spokesperson from South Korea's defense ministry, said the combined drills were defensive in nature and called for the North to show a more flexible attitude that would be constructive to stabilising peace on the Korean peninsula. That's that now, Darren. What do you think of that now?
I think North Korea need to move with the times and just put things behind.
This is it's quite interesting.
Because you see the South, they're obviously well, you can just bury the hatchet, you know.
Yeah, big time.
There's no need to. Why are they being like that? Like, oh no, yeah, you don't like the US bastards.
Because they're a dictatorship, Darren.
I know.
Because they're not democracy. It's a dictatorship.
It's gonna change in the next 10 to 20 years.
Dictatorship.
I'm calling it now.
But blood will have to be spilled. It won't go quietly. People will die, Darren.
Yeah.
People are gonna die. I mean, if that's the case, where they actually went to war, nuclear war at that, which I think is absolute insanity.
Yeah.
There's nobody has nothing to win.
No country wants to do that either.
No, because there's what you're gonna be what? Even if you did survive, what's left? A fucking radioactive wasteland.
Mm. But why? Like
billions dead. You know what I mean?
He wants to become the most powerful country in the world. That's what it is with the whole nukes and putting all of his money into
that business. You know the drills, exercises.
Like my cock is bigger than yours.
It's a dick swinging contest. Yeah. If you want to put it into fucking you know layman's terms or whatever you want to call it, it's a dick swinging contest. My dick is bigger than yours. But here, you know the biggest dick of all, Vladimir Putin.
Oh yeah, taking it. Salivate these toys like. He's really like.
Yeah, listen. The only thing you'll be able to do about it is enjoy it.
Where's your bare hands? Cause you're gonna need for this. Like here, huge. Like
thick, veiny.
He baked you around.
Yeah. He has a GERD certificate for for his ham handle.
You want to get a COVID jab for that alone, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he gets a COVID jab and then Mickey gets a COVID jab as well. Fucking hell, darn.
I'm telling you, which you know what I like about, not that I don't like, what I like about me.
No, you almost admire him.
Yeah, it's how he sits back. And he'll let everything unfold in front of him.
Yeah.
And then he's not like the fucking Kim Jong.
He's letting out Kim Jong and his sister melt off. He's like, oh, keep melting off there, yeah.
But if the US and North Korea go at it, more than likely Russia will be involved.
They have to.
They're beside Korea, aren't they?
But this is what I'm saying.
Like literally.
Very near. Yeah. Very so. That part of Russia, Siberia, is nearer to.
India is beside Korea and Russia, aren't they?
India is South Asia.
South Asia. Not far.
But I mean, if China say were to get nuked, they're right beside India.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, India is a sleeping bear.
India have their own nuclear program also.
And no one talks about that.
That nobody's fucking talking about here. So
come on. And their population is in the billions.
Mm-hmm.
Like high in the billions.
It's a big landmass.
It's huge. Yeah. Like people underestimate them. Look, you kind of forget about India in a way.
You think yourself, India like the Indian lads. They're sound.
Yeah,
they're sound. They're all right.
Little spicy there, yeah, all right. But like, listen, was it China and them that had a bit of something going on there not so long ago?
No, I'm trying to think.
I think it might have been. I think.
Oh fuck! Who was it?
Or was it Russia and China that had no?
Not Russia. No. It wasn't Russia and China. It was China and you know where the Himalayas are, the mountains and all. Where Mount Everest. I'm trying to think. What's that big country called? I'm at the drawing a blank there. Hold on.
Ukraine?
No, that's Europe.
That's
no, it's not part of Europe, but it's Europe. Russia. I know
it's on the border.
It's kind of there. Well, I think it's its own state now.
Yeah, but it never used to be. Yeah, that's why that was the whole thing about. Remember when they were kind of going back and forth, Russia and Ukraine.
Himalayas there. Tibet.
That's who it was.
Tibet there. Yeah, I drew a blank there. So I had to look it up. Yeah, so because I know Mount Everest was. Yeah, it was in Tibet. Nepal. In Nepal there. Yeah, there was a big thing about that before.
I thought I was gonna say, oh yeah, that's in Cyprus. Yeah, that's a pole, isn't it? Isn't it?
I haven't a clue. That place in Cyprus.
P-O-E-L.
A pole. Apolis or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, the Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyprus.
You're thinking of all the chariots and the gods and Zeus and all. You fucking.
I was like, oh yeah, Cyprus. They know well. And I was like, Darren, shut up. Do you know when you go and say something, you kind of
geography and history got a bit mixed up there.
No, I do think China is, not China, North Korea. Is looking for a war. I think they've been looking for a war since Trump was in power. But I think they knew here. Listen, Trump will press the button and I'm fucked. He doesn't give a shit.
They know Trump's a fucking loose cannon.
Yeah, he never cared. He wasn't a politician from the start. So
no,
he's
but
like,
Biden is a politician.
I'm in charge here. Who are you to say that? And Trump is a narcissist. Yeah. All of them are narcissists. Anyway.
You corrected yourself there.
Yeah. But I do think somebody needs to there needs to be more sanctions put on North Korea. Look, I mean they need to scrutinise them.
Absolutely scrutinised.
Like I do, because I think it's absolutely crazy how they're allowed to get away with what they get. I know it's dictatorship and all of that, but
you just can't get your head around how are they still getting away with this
in this day and age.
Oh no, I get it, Darren. I understand.
Look, it's not the 80s anymore.
It's not the 50s anymore.
I think they're only in charge since the late 40s.
It was it was after World War II.
Yeah, so there you go.
Because they were under Imperial Japanese rule then.
Yeah, and that's why they hate the Japs, isn't it?
But come here, there was something I was looking up recent enough, so I think it was a couple of weeks ago, that the US, or it was something to do with the reason why the Japanese did what they did, or something like that, was because because like before World War II they wouldn't have been as technologically advanced as the US would have been. So they basically they're trying to make it out like the hand was forced, that they had to invade these countries to survive because of America.
Yeah, because
it all. Yeah, obviously there's more to the story than that.
But you see, the things they need to remember, and these conspiracy theorist people who Area 51, right?
Yeah.
I do believe aliens are there, right?
Aliens.
But I know we're going straight back onto the same thing. I do believe aliens are there, but I also believe that America is a step ahead of every single country. That's what Area 51's about.
Yeah.
I do think they're storing some sort of technology there that they don't want anyone to see, or they don't want anyone to know they have.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's to do with war.
Do you know Russia have their own version of Area 51?
There you go. So
do you know Russia?
I didn't until now.
Yeah, but that's why I don't know the name of it off the top of me. It just popped into my head.
See, there you go. When you look at that,
they have their own version.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, that goes back to what we're saying. We were talking about Hitler before, and we were saying that the Hitler's body, or the skeleton that was found, but was actually a woman's skull.
Yeah, that was meant to be his mistress, wasn't it?
His mistress.
Yeah.
And that the Russians got it after World War II.
Why did the Russians want it?
This is what I'm saying.
Is that where they're keeping their the
experiments?
Yeah, you don't know.
And Hitler really fucked off to South America.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying, isn't it?
You know your man Tim Kennedy? MMA fighter Tim Kennedy. He was on. It was a while ago. He was on Joe Rogan. He was doing like a documentary.
He's a wrestler as well.
He was a wrestler. And, he fought Bisping.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also kind of like ex-military. You know, he's
hardcore.
hardcore. He's hardcore. Like he fucking kill you. But he was telling stories about this thing he was doing. You know, we went down with like a guide, and he came across this. This is in Chile in South America, right? This village that looks like something out of Bavaria, like, you know, in Germany. Like they're all wearing traditional German gear like Leverhosen, you know, the thing that they like the suspenders or whatever, like, and the plain hats and the socks and yodel all this shit, and drinking beer out of big huge pint glass steins and all. I'm like, oh, why are they speaking German? They're in South America. Because they're all Nazi, they're all the offsprings of the Nazis.
That's true.
You know what I mean? We went down the very rabbit hole there.
That does make sense though.
Yeah.
Like, but look, sure, the royals are fucking Nazis.
Wait, what was that? They have lineage coming from Germany or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the whole ins and outs.
No, I wouldn't know the whole details.
They're Nazis, and the royals are crazy people.
Well,
we
spoke in the last episode about Harry and.
I was watching now, but I went deep.
No, you went forward on that. We were talking about Dodi Fayed. No.
Yeah, I went deep into it. Like, I went right in there. There was a black hole. I would have been swimming around the black hole.
He'd been still swimming out in the dark, murky waters, as any hole would say.
Like, the stuff that went on with Diana before she died, it makes you kind of like, why? Like, right, your man, what's he did? He used to own Fulham.
Oh, Mohamed. Mohamed Al Fayed. Dodi Fayed's that.
Yeah. Right, your man Mohamed. Oh, your man Dodi. That was he had a he was asking Diana to be his wife.
His wife,
fiance.
Yeah.
Yep. And he rang his dad, was like, listen, this is what's going to happen.
He filled him in. He told him, listen,
the monarchy, we don't want this to happen.
No, it makes them look bad.
Yeah, because he's a Muslim and he's marrying into a royal family.
Yeah.
And that's why they didn't want it. And then the whole security was taken away.
Yeah.
Everything was taken away from her.
Yeah.
You know, and then all of a sudden there was a crash in the tunnel.
In the tunnel.
Yeah, where there's no cameras.
And the ambulance took ages.
30 minutes to get there. And the photographers, right? This all makes sense now. I'm going to say, the photographers decided not to help her, so that they take pictures of her lying there dying on the back seat of that car. They didn't bother helping her, but her family, well, not a family, but she was married into the family.
She was married, but she'd gotten a divorce from Charles and all that.
The royals allowed, the royals still allow the tabloids to have parties in the palace.
Yeah.
Who killed the future prince?
Yeah.
Prince's mother.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What's that tell you?
Yeah.
Those royals, those tabloid people there, the photographers who are taking pictures, were all in it.
Piers Morgan.
Yeah, dude, him fucking.
I watched that video. Yeah, man, and come here, listen, do you know what the mad part about that is? Yeah, man, the weatherman. He was the weatherman.
Yeah.
He tore him a new fucking arsehole, and it was so beautifully put. The half-cast body lad,
He put him in his place.
Oh, he put him in his place. The fucking weatherman. Do you know what that was? He just said what everyone fucking thought. And I was like, a fucking...
And he had enough. You could see by a man's face.
He was done. Stick a fork in him. He was done.
Because I do believe there's too much racism going on. Yeah, I'll joke. Yeah, everyone jokes and we'll say, have a laugh or whatever.
Yeah.
That's me having a joke. But when it's serious, there's too much racism going on now.
It's too willy-nilly.
Yeah, it's like you're afraid to say these things because people will paint you as being racist.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I do believe in freedom of speech.
And people, that as well. I believe in that too. What about
the people that call us crackers?
Yeah, well, in America, like, you know what I mean? If someone called me a cracker, I was like, what? Well, I'm not a crackhead.
Put me cracker up your ass.
Because that's what I'd be thinking. Like, I'm not a crackhead, so I'm not skinny enough.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and I do think that it's not the same. That they're not getting the right treatment, but they're giving up. That they've been but the African Americans or black people and the people of colour.
Yeah.
Right. They were given a platform.
Yeah.
They were given a platform to get their word out there in the right way, and they did do it in the right way.
Yeah.
Right, and I do believe they did do it in the right way. Some of them, and was it Antifa? Is that what they call them?
They're the ones in the middle storing the pot and stuff. Oh, yeah, big time.
You know, they just want to riot, and that's a simple.
And there's elements of that over here with all the shit that's going on too.
We won't even talk about that because they're idiots.
Yeah.
But and that's white people who are doing that, who are causing that.
Yeah.
You know, and that was white people.
Yeah.
what does that make us look like?
That's what I'm saying. It makes
us look, and not every white person is like that.
No.
Like the other night there was a football match. Rangers were playing some foreign team.
Right.
And Chris Kamara, he's a centre
Oh,
midfielder.
Chris, yeah. It's unbelievable, Jeff.
Oh no.
That's unbelievable, Jeff. That's what that's what. Right,
Not Chris Kamara.
Right, someone else.
His name is Kamara as well.
Oh, right. Well, that's an easy mistake.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but Kamara.
But a different Kamara.
People of colour.
Okay.
He's black, right?
Right. Okay.
And there was a racial slur said in the pitch.
Oh, was he a player?
He was a player.
He's a player.
And there was more that going on.
Like still going on.
Yeah, and the Ranger players were being sent off, and there was loads of stuff. And Gerrard Stephen Gerrard manager. He tried to call him over to tell him walk off if you want, don't stay in the pitch. Because then if he walked off, the rest of the team could have walked off.
Yeah.
Because I think
in protest type
of thing.
The
only people who can do something about that is UEFA.
Right.
Like they're at the top. People in charge need to do something.
Yeah, well they're the governing body, so they should.
I don't agree. We're all the same.
Yeah.
So what if you're black? So what if you're Asian?
We're fucking human.
So what if you're purple?
We're human.
So what if you're yellow?
You could be a fucking green bitch. I'll probably be still into you.
It doesn't
you know what I mean?
matter. It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
and if we don't stop this as people, it's gonna get worse.
I think
we need to stop giving the people power. I mean, don't let them divide us. That's what they want.
That's exactly what it is.
Look,
the divide and conquer.
It boils back to years ago with the Native Americans and how the whites came and gave all the black people diseases and killed them off. That's what happened. Yeah. Well, not killed them off. I don't mean killed all them off.
No, but I mean, because you have to remember they wouldn't have been like, especially back however long ago it was. Like, you know what I mean? There was no such thing as vaccines. And,
but see, that's what I mean. It's always been divide, black and white.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't be like that.
No.
We should be just one. There's no need to be all divide. Now, come here, listen. I know we say we should be just one, and some black people and some white people out there will disagree on that. They don't want that to do with white people because of their experience and similar circumstances with the white people. Yeah. And it's always going to be like that.
Yeah.
But be men about it. Don't be like, why?
Too many people are afraid to have that conversation there.
But just talk about it.
Yeah.
So what other people think?
Yeah.
You have a right to an opinion. As I always say, opinions are like arseholes.
Everyone has them.
You have a right to say what you want.
Yeah.
And this is the world we live in where we're afraid, oh well, if we call him black, he'll blacken my name by saying I'm racist. No, he's black. Look in the fucking mirror.
I'm white.
Yeah, so what? It's a colour. Doesn't matter.
I'm white. He's yellow. He's red.
What colour is your blood?
Red.
No, it's blue.
It's actually blue.
We're all blue until it hits oxygen.
Now, is that thing?
Yeah, that's
is that an
say,
actual thing, is it?
Yeah, I think so. It's blue and then...
So now...
That's where the veins come from.
No, I remember... Now, by the way, it was David Icke, right? You know your man David Icke. Bleed mad thing. I remember reading one of his books, The Biggest Secret, years ago. We're talking about 2004, 5 here. Like a long time ago. And... they were saying the reason for, you know the way the royals are called the blue bloods, is it's something to do with, it's a reptilian thing. Remember the whole thing about the reptiles and whatever? I know it's a bit fucking out there, but then you're like, you know, no, it's blue blood because, you know, the blood hasn't hit the oxygen yet. Yeah. So shh, stop that.
But that's, you know that's what it is.
This is what I had to say to kind of make the point, like, you know,
like that's when it touches oxygen, the oxygen turns red.
It turns red. That's why when you look at your veins,
the veins are blue.
Yeah, we're actually looking at our wrists, by the way.
They're blue, and then if you cut that red, it doesn't come out blue, obviously, because the oxygen is touching it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. We're no experts in the field, but it's just something we came across.
Yeah, blue, and then it's red. So,
I'm blue.
No, but like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what colour you are.
We're all human.
Exactly. We all think the same. In our own different ways. We're not all the same.
No.
We all think the same, and we all have the same similarities.
But I feel that as humans, we can all learn a lot about each other and about each other's cultures as well.
Yeah.
That's why I firmly believe that, and it could help us kind of grow as a race, a human fucking race, mankind.
But the Irish have always been acceptance to different races.
Yeah.
They've always accepted different races.
Where the Irish are like you know that mate that goes to parties and all. Oh, he's always the life and soul of the party and all. But that's what the Irish are in the world.
Everyone seems to like them.
You know what I mean? But it's true.
The only ones that don't like us is the English. But they can fuck off. That's what.
No, the English government.
Nah, English.
The English government. I have a couple of English friends of mine, so they're sound.
Yeah, they probably are.
Sound. They're
like
sound.
come here, the English will say to your face that they like you, but they'll talk about you behind your back.
I'm sure they will.
You know. Like you make it quite clear, the Irish have a problem with England, and the English have a problem with Ireland. So what did he call the Irish? Stupid Irish. That's what the English people call us, the stupid Irish.
Do you know, Darren? Do you know that the famine, or what the English government done in the past, or the army's done in the past, that's not taught in their schools?
No, why would it be that?
Yeah.
You know, that tramp, fucking Maggie Thatcher.
Was the Iron Lady?
Dirty tramp. See she was it.
We took a 180 turn there, didn't we, Darren?
Yeah.
Heal the world. Fuck the English.
No.
We went total 180 there,
Yeah.
Darren.
Like
Brilliant.
the English. I don't hate the English. I hate what happened, what the English done to us. It's not that I hate the English. I hate what they've done.
You don't hate the citizens.
Yeah.
You hate the people in charge.
Yeah.
Who
That's
what I said about the government.
I didn't even hear you say the government.
Yeah, so that's what I said.
Probably got a bit too into it.
I think you did. It's
the government, right?
You have to differentiate just between the two.
I want Ireland to be all one.
Yeah.
Right. Our government don't want that. And it's quite
Because you have to take on the debt as well.
You do.
You have to take on
their
their
debt.
debt.
Never gave that up. This was our country. We should, and I understand.
Was that thing about the treaty and
Michael Collins done what he had to do, and the rest of them, look, you know. But Michael Collins was actually English.
He was actually English,
and I think his dad was from Cork, or his mother was English, or it was something like that. Michael Collins, I think it was Michael Collins. Could be wrong now.
Right, I never heard of that now.
Michael Collins was English, and he lived in Cork anyway.
You see, well, Liam Neeson did his voice, so he sounded Cork and Michael Collins the film. I know what you mean. I don't recall ever hearing any.
I could be getting mixed up now.
I think so. If he's from Cork, by Bellnablaw to be exact. Bellnablaw. Remember my dad years ago, actually, he taped it was off the telly. It was the last surviving member of his group, the 12 Apostles. Right?
No, he says he's not English.
Well, that's why I knew that was a bit.
One of them was a Plunkett.
De Valera. No, he's American. American, actually. Sorry.
Is that where I'm getting mixed up?
I think you made De Valera. Yeah.
He was American. Oh, that's what it is. He was American, and the reason why he didn't get killed.
He's American
because he's an American citizen.
It would have been more that we're bleeding whoever the president was. I think it was Roosevelt. I think it may have been Roosevelt at the time.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why he never got executed. He was imprisoned alright, but he never got executed.
But like, you know, and it's the same. These people like Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, they will praise Michael Collins and say, "Oh, Michael Collins, he's great," and you know, but they will slate the party what party he was involved in. That was Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin. But they're well able to slate the party. Yeah. Double standards there, you blow away quiff.
Blow away quiff.
But that's what it was. Like they would slate Sinn Féin and say Sinn Féin this, Sinn Féin that. But watch Mary Lou MacDonald go in there on a fucking horse and take them out power. She's gonna go in there on a high horse.
That'd be interesting.
And she's gonna. They're already getting their troops up together. Like, I think it's about time Micheál Martin just. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible TD. Like, I bet I just stick to renting out my gas because that's what they all do. And you know what? I'm gonna stop talking about him now.
Right. Yeah. But you know, we should just leave it there and we'll move on.
Yeah, because I'll get way too into it. And then I'll go off completely, and then I'll annoy myself. And
it's gonna be another hour.
Another hour of slating fucking the Catholic priest.
That's my child. But come here, listen. That video you sent me yesterday, I won. Just to completely just go off topic there altogether. UFC fighter Julija Stoliarenko faints twice at weigh-ins and she was stretchered off. Remember the one she fell backwards off the scales for the weigh-ins for tonight's event?
Just before we move on. I knew I was getting something mixed up with Michael Collins. Okay. He actually lived in London.
Right, well that makes more sense. Just to
clarify it there.
Yeah, cool.
After joining the civil service, he moved to London in 1906 and worked there in a post office and in a stockbroker's firm. At the board of the trade, quickly developed a keen interest in Irish politics among excelled nationalities. He joined the Gaelic language in the Irish Republican Brotherhood. The
IRB,
the IRB.
yeah. Remember Dad telling me about that years ago.
But see, there's the IRB, right?
Hmm.
Did the politicians, I would love to know, did the politicians back then slate the IRB the way the politicians now slate the IRA? Even though the IRA done things years ago. That was wrong, that is not right, it's kind of similar to ISIS.
Well, I
and
mean,
stuff,
the IRB was, and I know people are like, oh, the IRA, like, what the IRA is now wasn't. It's after morphing into something completely
but it's along
different.
the same lines. The Irish Republican Brotherhood.
Yeah, I know,
The
100%.
Irish
But it
Republican
was just an army.
Yeah.
It was an actual army back then, where it's more of a. It's saying about
A terrorist group now.
I don't like to say fucking terrorist group, but.
But that's what they say.
You know.
But it's not a terrorist group.
Yeah.
It's the tax drug dealers.
Yeah.
What's the harm in that? I don't see the harm in that.
I don't know.
They're killing our people.
There's just a couple of dodgy elements and dodgy dealings that's gone on over the course of the last 30 odd, 40 odd bleeding years, however bleeding long it was. But you know what I mean. But listen,
We'll move on now.
we'll move on there. Yeah, you won Julia. Stoliarenko, I can't even pronounce her bleeding surname here. Butchering it there, so my bad. Stoliarenko, yeah. Julija Stoliarenko faints twice at weigh-ins and she was stretchered off. That first time now, when I had a look at that video he sent me yesterday.
Yeah, that was
I seen her, like, I kind of got, I actually went, oh Jesus, like that.
Yeah.
But then I seen she got back on again and then fell, but then she actually fell and she was on the ground, on her back, and I'm like, is she actually conscious?
You could see her kind of, her body was jolting.
She was doing convulsion. She had I think she had a convulsion, not just fainted.
She's out of, well, obviously she's out. She's not going to be.
No self-respecting promoter, especially Dana White, would allow that.
He wouldn't have that.
Would allow that to happen, because she would have died.
Yeah,
she would have died, Darren. She's dehydrated and God knows whatever else is wrong with her. That's
it's not right for someone to pass out like that. I don't know, you're not meant to cut loads of weight anyway.
No, but I mean, once is bad enough, but twice within minutes of each other.
I think because of COVID, the UFC should scrap the 155, move it to 165.
Yeah.
Because it's proven that if you cut weight, when you're when I say cut weight, I mean cutting extreme weight. Like like from say 185 to 170.
You should do about one championship though.
Yeah.
Don't do dehydration tests.
Yeah. But then most of the fighters won't be able to fight because they don't have the.
No, but see what your natural body weight is,
Yeah.
so you're not unnecessarily cutting weight.
Yeah, that's true, but
you know what I mean?
I'm not going to bring that in because of the IV. What's that called?
The drip. The IV drip. Yeah. That's the one, yeah. No, it's the IV. The IV drip.
What's the name of the stuff?
Oh, I can't think of
it. I can't remember the name of it.
It's
anyway,
dehydrate you.
Yeah, they got rid of that because you had it.
It's like not saline.
No, it puts the salts back in, whatever. I can't remember the name of it.
I know what you mean. Like it puts the electrolytes back into your.
But why don't they just scrap the divisions like the 135 and move it to?
Well, obviously this is I'm not saying that doesn't happen to men's.
I mean the women's as well. She's a big frame. She's a big frame for a woman, and she's cutting a lot of weight. And then it's known that your immune system is low when you're cutting weight. So why cut weight during the pandemic, like where you're more likely to catch the coronavirus? I'd love to see the percentage of the amount of fighters that was pulled out of a fight.
Speaking of fucking
because of COVID.
But speaking of fires and COVID and all, your man Timiev.
Yeah.
He's a Timiev. Like, what's going on there?
He's a spastic. He's told not to train. He's going to contagious other people. He's going in rolling with other people who are healthy.
And he's still
training
positively.
Then he's spitting up blood and all, thinking he's a goon.
That's a gobshite.
That's why he retired. Dana White's not happy with him at all.
He retired. Yeah, listen, fuck off.
That's what. I don't know.
I wasn't aware about that. Now
there's an interview with Dana White's talking about.
Oh right. That's bad form.
Yeah, I wasn't happy when I was saying that myself.
No.
Then he's going back to Chechen. Is that where he's a Chechen, isn't he?
He's not Dagestan.
No, I thought he was Chechen.
He's from that neck of the woods, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, he went back.
You're Asian, yeah.
He was talking to. He was doing like little get-togethers, no, with the media.
Right, yeah, like press conference.
Yeah, no mask on.
Oh, for fucking hell.
So yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking rat lip.
Rat lip.
No. Seriously. No.
Remember McGregor called him that rat lip?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See McGregor putting up a post about
the babe. I seen that earlier. Yeah.
Just let it be. Let him retire.
I'm looking at him, going, come on.
He wants to get the last little dig in.
I know.
He had his opportunity though. He should have took him when he had it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
He didn't. He thought he was too good and he thought he could drink, and there's levels to the game, and it is what it is.
It is what it is. Listen.
He will be champion again. if he beats Poirier.
Well, you want to start checking those leg kicks, calf kicks, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, well,
Or,
I'm sure he's working on it.
I'm sure he is.
See, this is what happens. This is where your man Philip Sutcliffe's going to have to be taken out of his corner, because it just goes to show you, having a boxing coach in your corner from an MMA fight doesn't work.
Well, it works in a boxing match.
He focused too much on boxing. He planted his feet. That's not McGregor.
No.
He shouldn't have planted his feet.
No. You have to be
Loose,
mobile in an MMA fight. It's not like that boxing stance where it's just relies on your footwork and slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
And he was too tense.
Of course he was, because the stance he was trained in wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't conductive to a mixed martial arts contest.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
He'll get his chance again.
But anyway, we'll move on here. There's another one you sent me actually. It's actually, we're going to move off the topic of fighting or MMA in general. And obviously political situations. And we're going to go back into the stars, into the cosmos. It's from Sky News. NASA shares fourth recording of Perseverance rover driving on Mars. You can hear the bangs, pings and rattles of the Perseverance rover's 6 metal wheels driving across Mars' surface.
Play the little video for the sound.
Oh yeah, actually, see what play.
Because it's a horrible sound.
But what I'll read a little bit more just to kind of give the listeners an idea. It goes, NASA's Perseverance rover has sent back the first sounds of it driving on Mars, giving further insight into the red planet's environment. The recording was captured by one of its 2 microphones, and you can hear the noise of its 6 metal wheels driving across Mars' surface. Right, I'll just play it now if he is there. Hold on.
We don't need too much to live.
Yeah, the ads.
Stupid
I don't
ads.
even think you can skip those ads.
You can't even skip them ads. No, that's not going to work for me. Hold on. There's a link to. Hold on. There's an actual link to the NASA site there. Yeah, just so you don't have to listen to ads and all. Hold on, I think. That sounds like steel scraping across
it's
steel.
creepy. It's not a nice sound.
No, it's not at all. It's very unnerving, isn't it?
It's
You didn't go too far as say it's an alien sound.
yeah.
Not an alien sound as in the sound of an alien, but the sound of an alien surface.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's just
It's out there, literally.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's because we're not used to it. But I'll just.
How many years do you think they'll be able to put people up there? Send them up, because I heard it's 6 months to get there and 6 months to get back, so that's a year.
It's a year round trip.
Yeah, would you do it
on the spaceship? No.
No, but if you could get off, like.
Oh, I mean, like if they to survive
with
and
a
stuff.
suit on, but walk around like.
Imagine that, yeah, space anxiety and all.
I'd like to do it.
Imagine maybe space anxiety.
You get over it though. You'd have no choice once you're in it.
Oh yeah, well, you'd get used to the environment.
You know, you would.
Astrophobia, there's Mary. Start that.
Would you be? Imagine that. Oh yeah, I was on Mars before. Look, nobody would believe it. Shut up, you fat tick. You weren't on Mars. Like, it'd be great.
Get your ass to Boz.
Yeah. Like, I was on Mars. Swear to God.
I hope fucking Quato lives with his fucking man coming out of the chest. Open your mind. Total recall shit. Remember the eyes bulged out of the head when the suit smashed and all.
So, would you do it?
I don't know. Don't know. Thoughts of that.
It'd be a year. Do you know what would excite me more than anything else? We'll be coming back to Earth after the year to see the changes.
But you know what though, come here, like, I know it says a year, but a lot of things can happen in that time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot can happen. I'll read a bit more about this actually. Hear that? That's the sound of me driving over Martian rocks. This is the first time we've captured sounds while driving Mars. The NASA team posted on the rover's Twitter feed. The bangs, pings and rattles as it explores the Martian terrain forms part of a 16-minute raw audio feed released by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. If I heard these sounds driving my car, I'd pull over and call for a tow. Dave Gruel, an engineer on the rover team, said it does sound like the... It sounds like if it was in a car, it would sound like the wheels scraping off the body. Like it's like the something wrong with the axle or something. That's what the kind of... It's like a kind of steel grating against steel.
You don't know what that ground is made out of.
Well, it could be steel particles.
See that ground?
Yeah.
Right, so it's not the way
Dust,
that's
steel particles,
not the
or
way
whatever.
over looking on Earth, like your car, wheels,
Mm.
rubber. If you put that on that ground, it'd burn, wouldn't it?
It probably would.
I'd imagine it would.
The bomb. That's why it's steel. You know, kind of.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It'd have to be, 100%. But I'll just read a bit more about this actually.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
creepy.
But if you take a minute to consider what you're hearing and where it was recorded, it makes perfect sense. What I mean by that is, I'm not clicking that by accident. This really is the surface of an alien world, said an engineer after Perseverance's dramatic touchdown last month. The 1-ton rover carries 2 microphones. One already has captured the sounds of wind and rock-sapping lasers, and the other the descent and landing. The second has also recorded Perseverance's 90-foot drive on 7th of March. The audio also contains an unexpected high-pitched scratching noise. See, we didn't listen to all of it. Engineers are investigating whether it was caused by electromagnetic interference or the rover's movement. Movement. The variations between Earth and Mars, we have the variation between Earth and Mars. We have a feeling for that visually, said Vandy Verma, a senior engineer who has helped drive NASA's last 4 Mars rovers. But sound is a whole dimension. To see the difference between Earth and Mars and experience that environment more closely. NASA chose to land Perseverance near an ancient river delta and former lake known as Jezero Crater, where it will drill deep down into the sediment of where water once flowed, collecting material that may hold signs of life. The £1.9 billion effort has already achieved much more than most, given how approximately half of all mankind's missions to Mars have failed. Perseverance carries 19 cameras with it, more than any other interplanetary mission in history. The rover is also kitted out with a navigation system to help it avoid dangerous boulders and ravines, a range of scientific instruments for performing experiments, and a miniature helicopter called Ingenuity that will become the first rotocraft to fly on another planet. I mean, this is advances big time now.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, but this is the last bit here. The rock and soil samples Perseverance gathers won't be analysed immediately, but will be sealed in tubes and left in a well-identified place on the planet's surface for a future mission to collect. That's interesting.
What's the laser zap noises? Huh?
Aliens.
What's the scratching noise? Are you touching it, wondering what the steel thing is? Because you have to remember, if there is aliens there, they'd never seen anything like that on.
Do you remember that thing, that film 2001, Space Odyssey,
yeah.
right? You remember the scene at the start with the monkeys and the pillow and all? They're all poking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I
They're
mean.
all like, what's going on
There's a
here?
film actually I seen on Netflix.
It's interesting though.
Not on Netflix. On Sky's fucking...
Sky Movies or something.
No,
Cinema.
yeah, no, it's not
One
Sky.
of them, yeah.
Something like that.
One
Sky
of them.
something. What was it?
Apocalypse of Ice.
Yeah.
It's not sci-fi, was it?
Oh, I'm gonna watch.
Is it one of them films on
sci-fi? I'm not watching that. I was like, oh, come on, will it? Deadly.
Watch it with me,
I
will
wanted
it?
to see what happened. Like, couldn't find that on Netflix. Wouldn't even watch it. Like, dope.
Poking and
All annoyed I was.
Fuck
I wanted to watch. It's like 30 days after 28 days.
Oh, it's a post-apocalyptic sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like right my street anyway.
I'm actually gonna Google
Look
it.
her up. Look her up now, Darren, because I'm gonna say that. I want to say that.
It's on Yoke. You can rent it out for €5.
So Apocalypse of Ice. Apocalypse of Ice there. Had a quick look.
Yeah. It's cheaply done.
It's definitely not getting off the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
That, it's not like Sharknado. We're not weird like that. Let's not get it twisted, but it's definitely not the day after tomorrow, Darren.
No, but you know what I mean. It's
we had a quick look there at that time.
It's along the same lines as how we.
Oh yeah. I know. I get it. It was like I think it was like a 50-second trailer. Like we just had a quick look at it there, and seeing like a few comments. People like, oh, it's totally unwatchable.
Yeah, like some. Now, I'll watch it and see.
It's probably bad.
It probably is, but
Yeah.
it looks decent.
The trailer looks good, but then again, that's probably all the best bits.
Probably.
Because that's what happens sometimes,
But then again, it could surprise you.
Yeah,
Just because that one Karen thought that.
That one Karen.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fucking Karen.
There's always one that has to have an opinion.
Karen or a bleeding Susan giving her loads and all.
Yeah.
But come here, listen here. we just will jump onto the old final topic there, Darren. AJ Fury.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
AJ
Fury.
Yeah, looking forward to it, but I'm still I'm kind of like, it's a bit too good to be true, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's signed. They've signed, haven't they?
Yeah, so what do you say?
They've signed. They've said they've signed. They just have to get a.
But I mean with injuries and like
Well, don't jinx.
Yeah.
Well, as a friend of the channel, Mick said, friend of the channel, I won't be. Don't get me wrong. I'm all excited for it and all, but I won't be getting my hopes up too much until they're touching gloves.
Yeah.
Which is probably the right way to go about things, because we've had a lot of disappointments over the last year, especially with all this COVID business and stuff. We don't need any more. We don't need any more.
It's gonna be some fight.
We need this fight.
It's gonna be the best selling UK fight in history of boxing.
I mean, they're aiming for fight in June, is it?
Think so.
Fight in June, and then in later in the year for December maybe for the rematch. So I mean, they obviously know right here. Listen,
someone's gonna lose.
Someone's gonna win. Someone's gonna lose. But there's also gonna be a second match. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised at how quick Matchroom and
Bob Aaron.
Not Bob Aaron.
Warren.
Yeah, Frank Warren. Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren got it done.
Now
I thought politics was gonna be.
Did I not say something? Frank Warren not have something to say about the fucking fight though?
Maybe I didn't see it.
So yeah,
Maybe
I didn't. I just something about he wasn't happy about something.
He probably not. He's never happy, is he?
No, well, that's
he
Frank
looks
Warren.
like
It's Frank Warren.
He looks like you won Kate Malone.
What's
his real name?
Who?
Kate Maloney. Oh, Kate Malone.
Oh,
the boxer with the ball. What's his real name again?
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank. I was like, who's Kate Malone's old?
Franco.
Loses old manager.
He's talking about coming back out to do it as a woman. Like.
He wants the world to know.
Yeah.
He's gonna let it show.
That's it's not creepy. You have to be acceptable on this channel. Right?
Yeah, now you have it, Darren. Now you have it.
No. Listen, it's a bit strange because. No, I don't mean strange that he got the change. Well, he didn't get the change. I don't think he got the change. Yeah, no, we did actually.
No, he got the.
Yeah,
change.
I don't think it's strange. I don't think it's weird that, but I do. But I don't at the same time. I think it's weird that his highlights will be shown as a man, as a promoter.
Right.
And then if he goes off again, it's going to be a woman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we look back in 19 something and Lewis fought this person.
Yeah, but that's what happened.
There's his
sure, that's the
promoter.
case with I know it's obviously it's not a gender thing, but in the terms of when Michael Jackson was alive, I showed him all the footage before he got his surgeries and stuff.
Yeah,
when he was black.
I bet you coming up then was weird looking at it when he was black and then he was white.
Do you know what the gas thing was about the whole Michael Jackson thing was, right? I know we're going off topic here, but just in terms of kind of changes and stuff, right? It was because I grew up.
Yeah.
I grew up with it. You don't know, so it was kind of like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't know, so, but it was just it was a gradual thing, so you just accepted it.
Yeah, I suppose.
It was a gradual thing, so
I'd like to see him to come out.
Yeah.
And imagine being the first ever cross. Oh no,
Is transgender.
Transgender
boxing promoter.
Yeah.
Well, boxing manager. Yeah.
That'd be deadly.
It'd be, yeah.
It would be deadly.
It would be deadly.
It'd give a platform for other people who love for other transgender people who.
Speaking of transgender, there's a transgender wrestler in that All Elite Wrestling. Remember I was telling you about AEW before? Obviously, it was a man got the change into a woman, and she was like a woman's champion, and I think she's like Native American.
Really?
Nyla Rose, yeah, very good.
Yeah, well.
No, but come here, listen.
In wrestling,
I'm a fan.
In wrestling, I agree with it. But
in actual competition, no. But I mean, that's a different.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's a different subject for a different day that we can talk about.
I agree with the wrestling.
Yeah, because pro wrestling it's a show. We're putting on the performance and stuff, you know.
But I don't agree with
like movies and stuff, you know.
Like I wouldn't agree with where they're going like. With a cross.
No, because the muscle mass is different. But come here, listen. We're not going to go into that now because we'll be here for another hour otherwise. But I'm at the finding this. Remember you were talking about Frank Warren?
Yeah.
That is March 16, 2021 from Pundit Arena. Frank Warren not happy about Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua announcement. That leads me to believe. Now I haven't read the rest of this article yet, but that leads me to believe that he wasn't involved in this.
Unless Bob Arum.
Bob Arum, I'm thinking might be. We'll find out now.
Bob Rank was one who he signed with though. But that's a weird one.
But anyway, come here, listen. Frank Warren was not expecting to see an announcement that contracts had been signed to make Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua a reality. It emerged on Monday via Anthony Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn that a deal had been agreed by both parties to have AJ take on Tyson Fury in a mammoth unification clash later this year. With no date or venue confirmed, talks are still ongoing to finalise the final details of the biggest heavyweight fight in British boxing history, although a basic two-fight agreement has been reached. Fury's longtime representative Frank Warren was not happy when he saw an official announcement of the fight in the media because, according to the Queensberry Promotions boss, all parties had agreed not to go public with the bout unannounced. To go public with the bout announcement unless it was done simultaneously by those involved.
Yeah.
Everybody signed an agreement that there would be no announcement unless they were joint announcements, and that came out of the blue yesterday. So in other words, what I get from this is that he's not happy that Eddie jumped the gun on him. That he's real, like he feels like he's had to get him one up on him. And Frank's
so it's not done.
Frank's ego has been but they've signed. It's
just
they
could pull out that fight because Eddie went.
It's seen as a breach.
Yeah.
See now it's going to be all sorts of.
Say something. That's garbage.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
really, it's done, but it's not done.
Oh, come on. Let me read the thing. Let me read the rest of it. Because all we're doing is speculating now on what could be, right? ESPN ringside, the contract is signed. Anthony Joshua promoter Eddie Hearn tells Mark Regal a deal has been signed for Joshua to face Tyson Fury in a two-fight series, and that's from the ESPN ringside's Twitter account. This is from everybody had signed. This is Frank talking. He was talking to TalkSport. We are all not happy, but it is out there now. There is nothing we can do about that, but there is a long way to go. Yeah, in as much we have to sort out venues. We have a couple of venues we're looking at, and that is where we are. I believe it will happen when they get in the ring. We've still got a way to go, but everybody is on the same page to make this work. We are all collectively working to get a venue sorted now. The unbeaten Fury, who holds the WBC heavyweight title, is being favoured over WBA, WBO and IBF champion Joshua, although most believe that the power advantage lies with the latter. Warren couldn't overstate the importance of the contest, which is likely to take place this summer. It is the biggest fight ever in British boxing, bar none, Warren said. Two guys who hold all versions of the world title between them, both Brits, and it don't get no better than that. It is massive, nothing compares to it. I have been involved in some big fights over the years, but they pale in comparison to how enormous this fight is. And in world boxing it is the same. When you speak to anybody, all they talk about is when the fight is going to be on. Hopefully it is going to happen now, and everyone's wish is going to come true. So he still wanted to go ahead. I know you were saying like, oh, you might get cold feet or whatever, like, you know what I mean? But he still wanted to go. He's just not happy about that Eddie jumped the gun.
How did he know it was him?
Because Eddie said it.
Alright, so did Eddie leak it?
Eddie announced it. Announced it.
Alright, yeah. That's a bad move.
Eddie announced it, you know what I mean?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Snaky fuck.
So that's the story with that anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't want to pick a winner. I'm not going to pick a winner. Because I've been following Joshua since the
2013.
2012 Olympics.
Well, since that, well, you've been watching him since the Olympics, but I mean, you told me in 2013.
And I've been following Fury since.
Because I think you had to watch this fella Joshua. It was his debut. Yeah, it was 2013. I remember, and you remember I hadn't watched boxing for years, Darren. I became not that I became very disillusioned, but just the heavyweight division and. You know, after Lewis retired, it was just like, oh, I want to watch the Klitschko's grab and jab, like.
Yeah, I watched.
You know, it was boring. It was I'd rather watch fucking paint dry.
Yeah, that's.
But watching Joshua and all, and then you were telling me about Fury, and then these were only just up and comers then.
Yeah, Fury.
You know
Fury. Yeah.
2009 he debuted, was it?
It's Fury.
Debuted
Fury.
2000.
Yeah,
2009.
I think he was meant to. I think in 2012, 2013, 14, Fury was meant to fight David Hay.
Right.
Or before that, earlier on, and that's how I kind of got to. I heard the name Fury, and then I started watching.
Because I remember you telling me about him. He was just fucking Tyson Fury. You know what I was? I'm not gonna lie. And then I seen the business in the news like getting stopped by coppers and stuff. And then, do you know who I am? Yeah. How dare you stop me? I'm the future heavyweight champion. All this. But I was like, you're a gobshite.
I think that whole
At the time, because obviously I wasn't aware of the whole mental health thing, and you know, it was all a front.
yeah, and then now he's the real, and that's why he has a hell of a lot more.
And that's why I have his
Support.
book there, and that's why I'm reading his book there. You know what I mean? That's,
and I like the both of them. But
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to pick.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
happy.
hard, it's hard.
Either one of them wins, I'm happy. I'd probably lean more towards Fury.
yeah. Like
Again,
I was
I
a
don't
Joshua
know.
fan from the.
I'm a Joshua fan
From
I'm
the
a
start,
I'm a
yeah,
both,
yeah.
I like
AJ.
both of them, so I'm not gonna pick.
It's hard.
I think because of Fury has Irish roots, I'd lean more towards him because.
Well,
of
but I mean, for that reason, probably alone.
yeah. So
you
I don't know. I don't.
I
Really
mean,
wanna
Andy
pick.
Lee's his cousin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I don't really want to pick.
Yeah, it's hard.
But it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be
Great
one of the
fight.
best fights in boxing history.
I'm John, fucking sex way material.
Yeah, no, it is.
Love
Yeah,
it, like.
I will say though, if it goes to the later rounds, Joshua
is gonna lose.
is gonna win.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Joshua is gonna make. This is what I think. I think Joshua looks
Right.
very bulky at the minute.
But I think that picture you sent me now, I think
Could
that
be an old one.
because it could be an old picture, or because I said to you the picture was from a low angle, so when you get pictures from lower, you appear bigger.
Or it could be head games. It could
But
be-
this is why that picture was chosen there.
Yeah. Or he could be getting bulky to make Fury carry his weight. Because Fury likes to grapple. Not grapple, but you know what I mean. He likes to tie up.
He likes to tie up and
So if Joshua makes Fury carry his weight, he'll make Fury tired. Then he can knock him out in the later rounds.
yeah. 'Cause
Now I could be completely wrong.
yeah, like as we discussed when that news was hit. Was it during the week? Was it? It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah, because we put up into the WhatsApp group. Like we were obviously speculating, and we were all like, you know, is Joshua gonna get bigger for this, or you know, is he gonna lay down? And I was saying, listen, there's a reason why Joshua laying down against Ruiz in the rematch that time.
Yeah.
You know, because he knew Ruiz had that punching power, and he was gonna stand in the pocket with him.
Oh,
gonna
if he
fucking
stood up nice,
outbox him,
if
like.
he stood up nice and tall, he'd be as stiff as a board,
Yeah.
and he couldn't be stiff as a board against someone like him.
No.
Same way he can't be as stiff as a board against someone like Tyson
No,
Fury.
they don't. Even though Tyson is probably one of the biggest boxers, this obviously actual active boxers. I'm not including Eddie Hall or anything like that because that's just. I don't want to say it's a circus because that's not a circus.
It's not really. It's
It's not a circus
he's
because
not-
he's treating it with respect.
He is trained with respect, but is he being tested?
What?
Is he being tested?
Is Thor being tested though?
No, but is he being tested?
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Then to me, it's a boxing match.
Yeah.
It's an exhibition.
It's well, that's
Yeah.
all it is. It's an
not-
exhibition.
like,
Yeah,
It's like a white collar boxing match.
yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
much. It's not. It wouldn't be.
A glorified
Yeah,
white collar
it's-
boxing. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and I'm really interested in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm really interested.
But
But
somebody's gonna get hurt.
yeah,
It's not gonna look good.
no.
I'm excited for it.
I am excited, but I'm just thinking to myself, that ring cannot be your normal run of the mill, like, you know, world championship.
We touched on it
Ring.
on one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
What we said was, there's no way it's gonna have. It can't be a ring.
It'll
It'll have to be on the ground, so.
if they fall out of that ring, they kill themselves.
They might have to do in the octagon.
They might have to do it in. Do you remember what's that one?
The
M1.
the TNA ring.
Remember that? No, the
Squircle.
the squircle, the six-sided ring. Remember that
Yeah.
one? Jesus. Yeah. The ring out no holds barred. Remember that Hulk Hogan film years ago? No. They'd have to. They do it in Russia. M1, I think it's called.
Ah.
Yeah, it has. It's a combination cage
About 4 or 5
ring.
people fighting.
What?
Is that when there's about 4 or 5 people fighting?
No. That's fucking joke shop.
What's
That's fucking joke shop, boy. It's a glorified street fight.
Yeah.
A fucking glorified mugging.
If they paid the right money, would you do?
No.
What?
Why? What the? Is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, battered and all. 5 of them.
600 quid there. Take a few digs to the head.
You want a
Ah,
6
no.
grand?
Yeah, I think.
600 quid, fuck off.
Nah. Well, that's
What's it? 100 quid a fucking fire because about 6 of them jumping on me.
Yeah,
600
but then,
quid.
500 quid a foot.
You get fucking battered there. You know, it's just that's all about the numbers game. But come here, listen. Let's just go back to Eddie Hall there for a second. Well, that thing, like, just to kind of, we'll just finish it all there, Sean, enough. But I think they would have to get some sort of reinforced ring / cage thing for that. I don't know, whatever way they want to do it
you don't know what
themselves.
they're gonna do.
Them lads are fucking huge. It's just it's a recipe for disaster. I feel it's a recipe for disaster. If they just do it in the the bog standard ring, because there's going to be a lot of clinching, a lot of against the ropes, wherever, like, you know what I mean? One of them's going to fall
It's gonna
out.
be sloppy.
Yeah, could be sloppy.
Very sloppy.
Could be sloppy.
And what referee are you gonna? Like,
I don't know.
do you want to have a world's strongest man referee there? Because
Well, first of all, they need a boxing referee that knows the rules.
really.
But you'd have to get someone.
They don't like each other.
Exactly.
Do you want to get 2 referees then? There's no way one little tiny ref's gonna get in the middle.
Well, they're not going to get a tiny ref. They're going to have to get someone that's bigger, because there is bigger referees.
yeah,
out
but
there.
the whole purpose of having a small referee is to make you look bigger, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about wrestling?
Well, that too, but you know what I mean.
Well, that's in pro wrestling. That's the whole idea. It's the smoking mirrors. It's the smoking mirrors of it. You know?
I know this is a real boxing match.
Yeah. I know what you mean. They don't listen. Them lads are huge. You could get the biggest normal person there, and he'd still look small.
But something can really kick off in a wrestling ring too.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you think of it like that, like it's, I don't know. I just want to see Thor get hooked around. Little Icelandic game.
Little Icelandic game. Yeah. Well, come here, listen. We leave that there, yeah. We leave that there, Darren. Yeah. We leave it there. Right. So, listen, folks. This has been another super deadly rapid episode of the Smell Me Helmet podcast. My name is Danny, and I'm here with Darren, and we're gonna say good night. God bless.
God is love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at the Smell Me Helmet podcast.
What was that thing you said last week?
What
was that in Jesus' name? Hold on.
God is love in Jesus' name or something.
God is love in Jesus' name. Peace.